Hello, Joy Olson here of BlockBuster Fundraising. Would you like to dominate with direct mail? Of course you would. Success in direct mail cannot be achieved through a great letter alone. Hey, even if you have the most compelling story written in an impeccable, easy-to-read letter, it won't do you any good if it's not read by your donors, your supporters. This is why direct mail is so important, and I have some tips and tricks for you today. You got to tune your timing. It's very important that your timing is right. So you've got to know when you want that mail in the mailbox. You've got to make sure that your mail piece hits at that best time possible. So you need extra help. Make sure that you are working with your mail service people. You need to discuss the schedules, exact dates of when you want your pieces to drop, and you've got to get in sync. The last thing you want to do is have everything ready to go on time and find out that your piece will take an extra several weeks for them to mail because they're so busy. Bad. Details, details, details. Make sure that you have a very detail-oriented assistant or team of people to help you look over your package and to check every little thing. This includes the letter, the reply card, the envelope, the mailing list, and anything else you are including. And donor's eyes. Look at your direct mail piece as your donor will see it and look at it. Remember your primary objective. What do you want them to do? Have you asked them often enough? Does your number one benefit hit the donor right between the eyes? Have you made it clear what you want them to do and how they fit into your organization? First impressions count. Does your direct mail encourage your donors to open it right now? Is it exciting? How about a colorful envelope or a short phrase on the envelope that make your donors want to open it right now? And obviously, make sure that donor information is spelled correctly. Reply. A reply card. You must include a reply card so your donor will know what to do. And make sure on your reply card that you give your donor the opportunity for monthly giving. It's the perfect time to encourage that monthly connection. So let's now talk about something that a lot of people in fundraising, just like us, are wrestling with. Is direct mail still working with millennials? I just saw this really interesting piece from the U.S. Postal Service about millennials and direct mail, and I want to share this information. I want to show and share the information that I've just looked over. It's fascinating. This is new information about millennials and direct mail, because this takes us beyond the myth that young adults are not reading direct mail. You know, everybody thinks that they're just on their phone. They never go to the mailbox. But the United States Postal Service says that the truth is that millennials are responding to direct mail. They say that 84% of millennials actually take the time to look through their mail, and 64% of the millennials would rather scan for useful information in the mail than email. There's something to think about. All right, fact number 2. Here's what millennials think and do about mail. You see in the far left column, 77% of millennials pay attention to direct mail advertising, and 90% of millennials think that direct mail advertising is reliable. 57% of millennials have made purchases based on direct mail offers, and 87% of millennials like receiving direct mail. Who knew? Okay? All right. This is an interesting chart or a picture, how the brain responds to print versus digital. Wow. So, neuromarketing research shows us that our brains react differently to printed material than to digital material. Does that surprise you? Well, that's what the U.S. Postal Service is telling us. Let's look at the next fact. Breaking through the clutter. It says here that nearly half of millennials ignore digital ads. Well, I can believe that as a digital entrepreneur. Yet only 15% of the millennials say that they ignore direct mail. Does that surprise you? It does me. Some marketers believe that the digitally engaged are suffering from digital fatigue. I'll bet you can believe that, right? Okay, next chart here. Appealing to millennial values. All right, it says that direct mail can help you engage millennials whether your goal is to acquire new donors or generate interest in a specific project or build donor loyalty. And the U.S. Postal Service says try these tips to create engaging mail pieces for the millennial generation. Okay, they say to incorporate multimedia or digital embedded QR barcodes. Have you done that? I have, and I don't know whether it really works or not, but the U.S. Postal Service says that it works for the millennials. Tip number 2, keep your messaging succinct and easy to read. Provide bite-sized pieces of information. That sounds good. That sounds good for all generations, but particularly millennials. 3, be authentic. Millennials distrust traditional advertising, so avoid the hard sell language. Use straightforward, transparent approach. Okay? 4, use enhancements if you can, such as describing a scent or a sound or a texture to make your piece stand out, your direct mail piece. All right, 5, help them feel good about their involvement. Millennials are compassionate and they want to improve their world. So your direct mail campaign to donate a certain amount to a cause that matters to them, it really resonates and they see you as authentic. And lastly, but not leastly, use slang with caution. Even if you are a millennial, you risk turning off your audience. All right, now you have all kinds of great direct mail tips that covers the entire span of generations. So hopefully this will help you dominate with your direct mail. And this is Joy Olson of BlockBuster Fundraising saying thank you so much for having been here today. We appreciate your time, we value your time, and we have lots of fundraising tips just for you on our YouTube BlockBuster Fundraising channel, and BlockBusterFundraising.com and JoyOlsonGroup.com are places to go to find out how we can take your fundraising from successful to significant. Thank you. Bye-bye.